Hello traders. In today's weekly commentary and recap, we dive deep into gold, USD pairs, and if possible, US 30. And US 30 will not be using fundamental analysis, all right? Though I have the fundamental analysis, but we won't be talking about that. We'll be talking about the technical part of it. But good, once we are done with this, good technical analysis, we go to what see the COT, the code report as of last week, to use it to analyze the market. So we look at the code report first before come back to USD pairs. So let's look at good. So on good, we have market bullish for a while now. Now having what retracement in price. So having this retracement and on this daily time frame, we are not having any what a buying model. And just one thing you should understand as a trader is this: before you look for a buy program or before you look for a sell program, based on structure. If let's say, for example, market is telling you market is trending to the downside. So if market come back to this area and you start selling just because it comes to your point of interest, is that okay? Yes, but that is a 50-50. Okay. But if market is selling, right? As market started giving you this work, it gives you some things that you want to see around here. Okay. That will prove that this is a sell program. Okay. Will prove that this is a sell program. At that point, you don't have issue with break or structure again. That if market break this high, all right, market break this high, it's not because you already have it as a sell program, you won't be calling it what a buy program, all right? You won't be calling this a break or structure, it will become inducement. And you understand the idea of inducement, market need to sell because it's from what is sell program. You understand my point? So that is what I mean. So since currently on this daily time frame, there's no what buy program yet. Okay. So except on H4 time frame. So that is what you have to understand. Then on this H4, on this daily also, we'll have market rejecting this imbalance and rejecting this support level. Okay, on H4, which we can see here, market is rejecting from this one base candle. And apart from that, on daily time frame, we have a CRT, okay, which is this. The CRT reversal right here. But market is here to break structure. So that means we are still bearish. And here we have a consolidation and a sharp movement to the downside. Market is buying from here, and I took a little entry, risky entry, because market is here to break structure to the upside for to confirm buy program. So there's what I've already break even around this area. So there's a high chance that market can get to this area and sell, make a lower low. So until give us a reason to buy or until market would broke structure to the upside, we are not fully bullish. From the last commentary or from the last weekly commentary, I said if we are looking to buy, we need market to break this high before we look for buy. That's the same thing. That's the same thing. So until market break this high on that week, it didn't break it. So there was no buy program. So this week, the same thing. Until we break this little high right here, we're not going to be looking for what a buy program. Now that is what you have to understand. Now let's look at the code report we have as of last week. So let's start with EUD, Australian dollar, all right? So on the Australian dollar, we understand here that overall, short, like if you look at it, let's say from the last 3 weeks, sorry, from the last 3 months, we went from what? We went from 100K or 105K to 74. So that means the sellers now are what losing their power, going to the buyers, and that's why we have what trending to the upside for a long period of time now. So that shows what they are what losing their power. But as of last week, we understand that what some sellers came back into the market little. So this means that overall EUD is not strong, neither is it super weak, but it's lying more to being weak. So super weak pairs against AUD, let's say for example, if AUD is the base and the super weak pair is the quote, you will likely see an uptrend. Okay, but on a pair whereby we have a strong pair that is super strong against AUD, that pair will be leading against AUD. So that's one thing you have to understand. So that's why I said it's not super strong, neither is it super weak. So, but it's leaning more to the weak side of the market on the Canadian dollar. So, will you have what? Canadian dollar. On this Canadian dollar right here, we see that they added what 8,000 short position and 6,000 long position. So what does this mean? Overall, you notice from here that what sellers are still in control on uh, card. All right, that means since sellers are still in control, card will be trending to the upside. So as of recent, so since card will be trending to the upside of recent or in the last 3 weeks, this show that what Canadian dollar is trending to the upside. But as of last week, we understand that it was went from what minus 70 to minus 82, right? Minus 70 to minus 82. So what does this mean? This means because it has not been constant, like it's not balanced in the last 3 weeks. The order of power is not balanced in the last 3 weeks. Sellers are not totally in control, neither is buyers. This means that Canadian dollar is not weak, neither is it strong. So you can only pay it with what strong, super strong currency or super weak currency. Just like the one we explained on AUD. You can only pay it with what super strong or super weak currency. So you can't pay it with maybe Australian dollar, right? Like a AUD card. You can't pay it with it because it will do more of a ranging, except there's what another event that will shoot price up like normal news, right? That can shoot price up, shoot it down. So that's what you have to understand. So we also have another one, Swiss franc. So on Swiss francs, they almost added equal long and short position. So we have 1,800 and 1,300 right here. So it's almost the same. And the last 3 weeks, there's no more changes. What does this show? The same thing. It shows the same thing. That what Chef is not super strong, neither is he super weak. It's not super strong, neither is he super weak, but it's learning more on the strong side of the market. It's learning more on the strong side of the market, not on the weak side compared to AUD, right? So that's what you have to understand. So we have what arrow. On the arrow, they added what 15,000 long position. At the same time, added 6,000 short position. So overall, buyers are in control on the buyers are in totally control. So, but currently we have what a pullback in the market. So that pullback we're having in the market that can give us idea that we likely would have what some pullback for a while, then we will start trending to the upside again. All right, we'll start trending to the upside again. So another one, another factor we should look into is on the USD. So if USD in terms of the interest rate, because I look at on USD, I look more of the interest rate compared to looking at their code report. The reason why I don't look at their code report is because USD is they calculate their code report based on the report they have on EURO, GU, EURO, GPP, JPY, GF, and all. To have that one, to have on USD. So that's why I don't discuss USD. Rather, I use their interest rate on their bond market to determine the strength or the weakness on USD. That is the cash flow on USD. So that is that. Now we have here. So what does this mean? That means arrow is gaining strength gradual by gradual because in the last 3 weeks you see from here 75, 75, 84, right? Gaining strength gradually. That means we'll be looking for either market to sweep that current low, then turn bullish, or to create an SMS and turn bullish, a possible movement. So that means we'll be looking for probably what a low of the week to form, then we'll be looking for a buy program, except there's another major news that affect the market. So on GBP pounds, on GBP pounds. So we have the close what some buyers close their what close some position in loss, right? You can see here they close what some positions about 4,000 position. They close it in loss since they actually added the position for a buy movement, but they close in loss. The same thing we sell. Some sellers close in loss at the same time. So what does this mean? So this means that what GBP is currently not super strong, neither is it super weak. But on the other hand, it's learning more on the buy side. It's learning more on the buy side because in the last 3 weeks it has not been what uh, arranged in the order manner. So that means they are what let's say I would say they are strong, but they're not super strong, but they are not weak at the same time. So this is what you should understand on British pounds. That is that. So we have Japanese yen, Japanese yen. The same thing. None of them are super strong as of this week. All right. None of them is super weak apart from maybe Euro. None of them is super strong. None of them is super weak. So that is this still the same thing. So it's not what in other manner right here. But if you are even to look at it, this means that what it is shifting on Japanese yen. So that means Japanese yen will likely be looking for what a sell program, right? So that means Japanese yen will be looking for. But another factor you put into play is technical analysis. So once technical analysis align with this fundamental analysis, we look for a sell program. But if it doesn't align with the um, technical analysis, then either you stay out of the market or you focus on what the market is showing you at that particular moment. So here we have New Zealand dollar. So New Zealand dollar is not still what accurate. It's not still accurate. But overall, sellers were in control of New Zealand. But buyers are getting because on the average in the last 3 weeks, look at the average, it will be around 8,000. And on the in the last 3 months, it will be around 8,000 on average. I'll be 9,000. Yeah, it will be around 9,000 when I calculated it, right? So it's 9,000. But this is what above 9,000. So that means buyers now are now entering the market more. And if you look at the average in the last 3 months, it has gone below. So that means buyers are what in control of the market on average. And on average, you don't see it here, apart from this net position you see here in the last 3 weeks. And if you calculate this on average, the same thing, buyers are still what in control. But that is based on the in terms of the position trading or swing trading, not on in terms of what week to week analysis. So in terms of week to week analysis, when you understand right here, this pair is not super strong, neither is it super weak. So, but if you are to learn it, you will learn more on the stronger side of the market. So that is what we have currently. So that is what we have currently. So right here we have the code report on good. We have the code report on good, and you can see as of last week, and on average, the buyers are selling in control on good. On average, in the last 3 months, buyers are still in control. But as of last week, we can see that one sellers are still in control. One from my 162 to 161. No much difference, right? No much difference. But they are reducing. It's reducing. 162 to 161. Sellers are still in control. But there's no much difference. So that means buyers are entering the market gradual by gradual. Gradual by gradual. So if there's no more difference like this simply shows that buyers are entering the market at the same time because the difference between this and this is not much, right? So it's not much. So this shows that what buyers now are entering the market gradually. So what we expect is what for a good to break structure to the upside before we'll be looking for buy. If not, we will complete or we continue the bearish order flow on good. So that is on good. So that means on good until market give us a reason to sell, we won't sell. Now we'll come back to major currency pairs. So as of last week, I gave an outlook, right, or a setup in my community for a sell program right here. Market did not get to this area, but some of my students, all right, now students, some of them actually took this entry around here. After the first missed entry, market returned back to this area and took entry. Other ones took entry around here on Friday, right? So market gave about as of last week, right? The first buy program around here, I was looking for a buy program, but it didn't give me entry right here. So I didn't take this entry. So market continued the other side. So after that, we'll have daily consolidation right here. Market came back for that and induced that low, which is what my first market is now what tag me in this sell. All right. So after that, we'll have this, and this, right? So we'll have a drop in price. And market has now come back to this what current structural verification. And we have in terms of structure, we have the support level right here on each one different. I'll have a CRT reversal right here, which can lead for short-term bullish buy program. So that's what we'll have on EURUSD. So what do I expect on EURUSD based on the current report we have? Right, when you look at it on daily time frame, it makes more sense that this is what market is coming from a resistance level. So what I'm expecting on this 4 time frame is, if possible, I have what, a short-term pullback into this range and a buy program, or if market will induce this low before buying. So if I'll be looking for a buy program, what I need is what, smart money consolidation. All right. So if market will accumulate or give me smart money reversal, any of them, right? That smart money accumulation right there, then a manipulation to the downside for up movement, or smart money reversal first, then a buy program. So any of them that market form, then we look for a buy program. But until the market form any of them, that means currently gold is bearish. So you can't trade against. I'm sorry, that means EURUSD is bearish. You can't trade against the market. So that is what we have here. So we are currently bearish on that. On GBPUSD, the same thing. I gave an outlook in the channel for a sell program right here. So our market has come into this internal structure right here to induce liquidity and selling off to the downside. I also give an outlook in the community for a buy program on this GBPUSD for here, around here. So I actually took entry on my two accounts. So I took one entry here and another entry right here for this buy program. My target was this. That was my first target. My second target was this high. After market took at this high, the next target I had was this high, because these two have already mitigated themselves. So anything that makes market to take at this high, there's a 100% chance it will also take at this. So after taking this out, this is the next point of interest. This high and this high has mitigated themselves. So that means you'll pick only one of them, because if market take out this, there's a high chance it will also take out this high, right? So that's how mitigation work, and I believe most of you already understand that. So we are currently in a bearish movement on this pair. Just like I said, there's currently no model for buy or model for sell on this pair. So what we have to understand now is this: if market will continue to sell, so the only option is what, if it will continue to sell, all right, then if it give us a model for buy, we look for a buy program. If it didn't give us a model for buy, then we create a lower low before we start looking forward a reversal for a short-term bullish retracement into this range. So currently, that means we are selling to the downside on this pair. Since the reason why we are selling is because USD at the current moment is strong compared to other pairs. Based on interest rate, USD is strong. But based on other currency like GBPUSD, they are not super strong, neither are they super weak, except euro, right? So that's what you have to understand. Same thing on AUD USD. So I gave an outlook as of last week, even a commentary. I will be looking for a sell program right here. And market sold off firstly. After that, I got this early consolidation right here. Market broke structure. It almost broke the structure, but it didn't break it. So it returned back. Give this short movement, broke structure right here. I actually set a limit order right here earlier on for this sell. And my target was actually this low, but I missed the move. All right, I missed the move. So I missed a lot of moves last week, as of last week. So that was what market provided as of last week. So currently, what are we seeing in price? Based on the current structure range, I'm still expecting market to drop down lower, right? I'm expecting market to drop down lower. If possible, clear is low before I'll be looking forward a bullish expansion to the upside. Expect market to clear this low before I'll be looking forward a bullish expansion. So I'm bearish on AUD USD as of this week. So that means except market give us a what? A change of technical analysis. So fundamental analysis is telling us that what AUD is not super strong, neither is it super weak, but USD is strong. So if USD is strong and AUD is not super strong, what will happen to the market? Market can what? Can go lower. All right? Market can go lower. It's very important. Same thing on New Zealand USD. On New Zealand USD, I called this earlier on inducement, but the reason I called it inducement is just for the short-term pullback right here. All right, my market has already formed that. So we have this market selling from resistance level. Actually, saw this trade right here. The same thing, market did not give any reasonable pullback after break of structure. So just continue giving 5 entry on lower time frame for a buy program. So currently now market is at what? Support level, which can give a short-term pullback or up trend right here. So on in terms of technical analysis, I don't have any major view on this pair because it's not giving me any model for me to look for buy or sell at the current moment, except the one it gave on 1 hour time frame, which was this right here, but it didn't give any entry. So that is just that. So on this, I can say I'm sidelined, except maybe in terms of the fundamental analysis, which shows that is what bearish. But at the same time, New Zealand is not super weak. All right, so you should have that in mind. So on the other hand, is leaning more on the buy. All right, that's what I said earlier on the code report. I believe that. So let's look at the code report again. Okay, so we'll come back to that code report. So we'll have a USD card. We'll have USD card. On USD card, market is leaning more on the buy side, so it's bullish currently. Market is bullish, but it has completed move. In this time frame, we can see that it has completed move. So most market now give us what reason to sell, we sell, but currently I don't have a view on this particular pair in terms of technical view, and the fundamental view I've already discussed it earlier on. So I don't have a technical view on this particular pair. Same thing on this pair. I already have this POI that I marked out earlier on. So I saw this buy program right here because it was insane. And I also saw this entry on a 1 hour time frame. First, I give an outlook right here for this sell program. After market got to the target, which of this, and then the next is what market form what a buy setup. So after the buy setup, it just continue buying without giving entry. So later on, market return back to this area and it's what buying currently. But overall, I'm not bullish, I'm not bearish at the moment. And the reason is because based on my model, it's yet to give me a reason to buy more or a reason to sell more. So if you give me more reason to buy more on Monday, I will buy. All right, I will buy. Why? Because USD is strong. Jeff is not super strong, neither is it super weak. Okay, and I said it earlier on in the code report area. The side is learning more on. So since it's not super strong, it's not super weak, and USD is strong, can push price higher. Okay, it can push price higher. That's just what you have to understand. But if market decide to continue turning bearish, then I will sell. But currently, I am bullish on this pair. At least if possible to trade this resistance level and if possible induce this high before a sell program. Same thing on USD JPY. Currently, USD JPY, USD is strong, right? USD is strong. I said it earlier on. USD is strong. JPY is not weak either, all right? It's not weak either. So it can sell. If you look at it from daily time frame, okay, we are seeing selling pressure. We are seeing a selling pressure. Our market has completed buy program. It has given us at least two push up. So these two push up, it has completed the buy program, even if you are buying. So it has completed the buy program. So you can decide to what induce this low and buy more, right? So that would be a lower time frame buy program, either 1 hour time frame or 4 hour time frame. So currently, I don't have any major view on this, except this current movement market is offering currently. So I have a support level right here, which is where market is buying from. I have a short pullback right here. I have inducement. Yeah. So after this inducement, so this POI for a buy program, then we have a short-term break of structure right here. Higher high, higher low. So market can come back. This is what shift in momentum for a bullish side. So if market give us a good move, let's say for example, induce this low, give us shift in momentum again, then we'll be buying for a good period of time because USD is strong. But at the same time, JPY is also strong. So what will happen on this pair? Since market has been trading for a while now, so we can go into a consolidation. There's what the high chance that on Monday, Tuesday, maybe we might trend a little, then We might go into consolidation maybe around here or below this level. Going into consolidation. So that is all for today's weekly outlook and recap. Within the week, I'll also be updating my major views across multiple pairs based on fundamental and technical analysis. So good luck. Good trading to you all.